welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to have you here. If you don't know who I am yet, my name is Stef and I am the Psychic Soul Empowerment Coach. And today I have a very special video for you because today I'm going to do the weekly energy reading after a really long time of not doing it. Before we get into it though, quick backstory. I just stopped doing the weekly energy readings and the monthly energy readings consistently the way that I used to, just because it just started feeling like work to me. And I decided I'm not available for work anymore, and I'm going to do the things that I actually genuinely want to do. And so I was guided to do this though. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'm open to it. So Spirit has messages for people this week. If you follow me on Instagram, I really recommend that you follow me on the social medias, but if you follow me on Instagram, yesterday when I was tuning into Spirit, and asking how I could be of service, I got that I needed to post the weekly energy reading. And just now as well, I was like, hey, what do I need to do? How can I be of service today? And I also got that I needed to do the energy reading here for YouTube. So I guess I'm supposed to give an extended message on what I said yesterday on Instagram. But if you didn't get to catch that Instagram post just yet, I'm going to read it to you real quick. This week, the weekly energy reading for December 6th through December 12th, 2021 is all around trumping your fears, okay? Overcoming those fears. There are 4 main themes this week: facing the fear of the unknown, stepping into your power, owning who you are, and believing in yourself, okay? So this is what's going to play out in people's lives this week on different levels. And the message is, as the week unfolds, many of you will be challenged in certain ways. Do you hear the sirens in the background? It's a message, an important message. But as the week unfolds, many of you will be challenged in certain ways to step up and face certain fears that you've been dealing with and dragging along to clear them once and for all. Sirens are getting louder. Pay attention. These fears are connected to the themes that we have listed and will impact you in varying ways. But we want you to know, if you're reading this, that you are now ready. You are now ready to jump over these hurdles that have been long standing in your way. With the recent eclipse, many of you have experienced great shifts that will now allow you to see truth more clearly and to be more of who you truly are. So we say to you, as your week unfolds, you are now the new you, in caps. Okay, you are now the new you. The old you is gone. The old you that used to fear, doubt, worry, stress, not believe is no longer present. Today, you are the version of you that's equipped with the personal power, conviction, strength, confidence, trust, and belief required to succeed. Remind yourself of this as the week unfolds for you. Remind yourself of who you are now. Remind yourself of who you now are and move forward with confidence. All right, so that is what I channeled yesterday for Instagram. Like I said, you should really follow me on the social medias. I will put the links to my social medias in the pinned comment of this video. You will go, you'll be able to click on that. Right now, I'm just mostly active on Instagram and TikTok because that's where I feel called to be more. So that's where you can find me. Hopefully you have those. All right. So I'm here to bring extended messages and, just see what else comes up. I know it's a Tuesday, December 7th, so it's a little bit late in the week. I wasn't intending on doing this, but this is what I'm being called to do. So it's important, okay? All right. So if you're enjoying this so far, give me a thumbs up. And let's get into it. What other additional messages do we need to receive today in regards to the weekly energy reading? I heard have faith. Okay, having faith is really important. 3 cards popped out already, so I'm about to look into them real quick, but that's definitely going to be big this week. All right, let's go to the 3 cards that came out. Whew. Okay, these cards are all totally connected, okay? They have a very similar message. This is Archangel Metatron. It says, clear your vibes. Can you see it? Clear your vibes, okay? We got this card, take time to breathe. And we got the miracle of nature. So here is the thing. All right. I think if you watched my December energy reading, so if you haven't watched that yet, go check that out up here. I'll put it in the cards after this video though. Watch it after this video. But I brought so many different messages up for different people depending on where you were at in your journey. But I feel like everyone on some level has made a shift because of the eclipse energy, and it's time to let go of the past and to move forward from this place of like, okay, the past is over and done with. Like, I'm just gonna be this version of me now, and I'm gonna, you know, keep my head up or keep my chin up and look to the stars and show up more powerfully. And the thing is, though, even though this week you are being asked to drop the old you because the old you is gone and to now be the new you, there are some still residual fears and things like patterns that might be tripping you up this week, that make you feel like you're still the old you, or that make you feel like the old stuff that you used to worry about and stress is gonna come up and affect you. Do you know what I mean? It's like the equivalent of what I can give you right now as an example is kind of like, I don't know, that's too strong of an example. But like, just imagine you had a hard time in some part of the world. You lived in some part of the world, and you went through certain difficulties there, and then you moved countries, and now you're in a better place. Things are better. And even though your reality is now completely different, like, part of you still fears that the stuff from the old place where you used to live, where you used to be, is going to happen. It's kind of like the other shoe is going to drop. That's, I guess, the best expression I could come up with. There's a sensation, a feeling of, that like little fear or thought in the back of your mind, like, oh snap, but what if? And part of you wants to kind of go back to the old. So in order for your fears not to get the best of you this weekend, in order for you to really powerfully shift away from the old you and really like cut that tie, that cord with the past, and to move forward, this week you really need to slow down, okay? And when those old patterns creep up, when those fears creep up, those old thought forms or whatever comes up, take a breath, okay? Take some time to breathe and recognize, hold on a second. Like, why am I worried about that? Why am I stressing that? Like, I'm this new me now. I don't need to worry about that. Like, I don't worry about that. That was the old me. The old me believed these things, reacted in these ways, worried about these things, etc. Like, you need to slow down and bring yourself back to the present moment to remind yourself, no, I'm the new me now. This is who I am now. That's how you create that pattern interrupt, okay? And you're able to shift much more easily into this version of yourself. So take that time to breathe. And if a situation this week happens to overwhelm you and trigger that old stuff, because what happens is, and this has to do with quantum leaping, and I have several videos on my channel, I believe like maybe 10 videos or something on quantum leaping. Did I do a playlist? I'm not sure, but you can go through my videos to go check out like videos I did in recent months around quantum leaping. But basically, I talked in one of those videos about how, like, when you're quantum leaping and you're shifting from one reality to the next, there will be a period where your reality will trigger you as part of the process to kind of push you back into the old, to see if you go back to the old or if you step forward into the new. And that period of transition is not always comfortable. And so if this week you find yourself going through periods of transition where you're meant to be moving forward as this higher version of yourself, but then something comes up and triggers that old part of you, like, that's where you need to take some time to breathe. Like, breathe, step away from the situation if you can, or whatever it is. Like, have enough self-awareness to recognize that you're being triggered, step away from it, calm yourself down, breathe, be very present in your body, anchor yourself, ground yourself in your body, and recognize, hold on a second, okay, old me is being triggered, but I'm not old me anymore. I'm new me. And so now, from this space of the new me, how can I look at this differently? How can I approach this differently? How can I use this situation to my advantage to move me forward? How can I use this to align myself much more powerfully with my desires? Like, you have to take that time to breathe so that these things don't impact you and you're able to continue to shift into that version of yourself, okay? If when you're taking this time to like this time out to go and breathe, to recognize who you to remember or remind yourself of who you really are, like, you can go out to nature to do that. Go out to nature. Nature is going to help you clear your vibes. Nature is going to help you to get rid of that craziness. You need to watch my December 2021 energy reading because I talked about this kind of thing, okay? So it's really important. Go back and watch. Go back and listen. But if you already listened already, go listen to it again and see how it's relevant to you right now. And so nature will help you to, this one. It will help you to ground yourself. It will help you to get rid of that craziness so you're able to think much more clearly from the consciousness, the perspective of this higher version of you that you now are, instead of going back to old patterns. It will help you to ground yourself in the present and not in some past situation that you're afraid of reliving, or some fearful future situation that you're afraid will happen. It will help you to come back here to earth and just center yourself and not let these fears, doubts, worries, whatever it was that used to trip you up, okay? It will also help you to clear your energy much more easily as well. But I feel like some of you might struggle a little bit more with this shift, with this transition. I feel like there's some of you here that have more anxiety than others. And in those cases where all of this stuff is being brought up to purge, I really need you to do something about clearing your energy in those instances. Like, go out to nature purposefully, sit your butt down and do something to clear your energy. Take a bath, work with crystals, whatever you got to do to really release whatever is coming up to be purged. Because I feel like for a small handful of you, it's intense. And that's okay. It's okay, because even though this is coming up right now to be purged and it feels intense to some of you that I'm speaking to, it doesn't mean that you're the old you. Does that make sense? I'm trying to find the words for it, but okay. I'll tell you from my experience. When I used to feel these things, my crazy mind used to interpret that as, oh, if I'm feeling it so intensely, it's because I'm not the highest version of myself. I'm still the old version of myself. These are all my old selves crap, But as I went along my journey, I've recognized, no, actually, all of this stuff that's coming up to be purged is because I'm not that anymore. It's because I'm this greater version of myself, and those things cannot remain here anymore. Does that make sense? And that further proves that you're not that old you anymore. You're this new you, because this stuff is coming up intensely to be released. Hope that made sense. Let me know in the comments, okay? So some of you, I feel like a good a good number of you potentially might feel this shift, this break with the old self a little bit more intensely, and you're gonna really need to clear your energy. Do something about that to process that. Do healing work or whatever you got to do to release that. Okay? Don't freak out about it. Don't think anything negative about that experience. Actually celebrate it and see the positive side. Do you hear? There is a helicopter flying over my head. What in the world? Lima, Peru is so loud. But I'm sure there's a message behind that, because helicopters don't fly over my head every day. There's probably some kind of message there. If you're intuitive, psychic, tune into that for you. But yeah, this is going to be really important for you to facilitate that release of the old you, okay? To help make it easier for you to shift out of that instead of continuously being triggered again and again and again over the week. Like, you intentionally handle it, you process it, you clear it, and you move forward. And if you get triggered again, it's okay. You process it and clear it forward. And choked on my spit for a minute. Oof. Hold on. Oh my God. All right. I don't know where that came from, but I also want you to know that because you are now this much more empowered version of you that has certain knowledge, wisdom, skills, abilities, etc., tools, you're able to handle these triggers, these things with so much more ease and grace, and you can like process them much more quickly and like move yourself forward much more quickly, further proving that you are this new you. Because the old you that would get triggered by these things or impacted by these things, like, didn't know how to respond to that, But now that you're the new you, this more empowered version of you, like, you know how to handle this business. You know how to deal with this and keep it moving. And that further proves that you're the new you. So I want you to use that, okay? Use all of what I've been saying to you to reaffirm even more, like, no, I'm the new me. I am the new me, the empowered me, the me that has the faith, the trust, the belief, the self-worth, whatever it is. I got this. I'm going to handle it. I'm not going to let this stuff overwhelm me. I'm going to do what I know what to do, which is calm my butt down, go breathe, do my breathing techniques, do my meditation, whatever, go out to nature, ground myself, whatever it is, clear my energy, do some healing work. I got this. Does that make sense? All right. So, that is the message for this week, I feel, is, additional notes for y'all, is take this time to breathe and to process these things. Also, what I'm getting is that there's going to be some of you this week that as you embody the energy of more of the true you, like this new you that you are, you need to be intentional about taking time every day, maybe a couple times a day or 3 times a day, like even just 5 minutes. Put your alarm, okay? I swear to you, these small little habits add up over time and they can make a big difference. And you need to take time to slow down and breathe and really soak in the fact that you are now the new you. And you are experiencing your reality completely differently. And maybe your reality hasn't completely shifted. Like, maybe you're not living exactly like the life that you want, but like the perspective that you're living it from now is vastly different. And it's like your quality of life is just so much better because of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe nothing has changed, but like internally, you've changed. You are so much more connected to you, like your truth. You're embodying it so much more powerfully, and you're happy, and you're empowered, and you're in trust, and life feels good to you, and you feel like you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and everything is unfolding perfectly, and you see that you're wise and you're mature and things aren't triggering you, and you can appreciate things much more easily, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? And so life feels really good. Like, I need you to like soak it in. Look at this person, like relaxing on the beach, just loving life, living their best life. Just like, life is freaking amazing. And life is amazing when you shift your perspective, like when you elevate your consciousness and you see the world through new eyes here. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like, you have to really live this stuff to really understand what I'm talking about. It makes such a difference when you've shifted all up in here and you just view life differently. Like, I don't know, the things that used to stress you out or worry you or whatever it is, like, it doesn't, and you're able to just really value life and appreciate life more. Like, it just really ups your quality of life, you know? And so I need you to, this week, for those of you that it resonates with, or for all of you, you know, really make this time, even like the people that I was just talking to right now that like have to ground their energy and clear their energy and all this other stuff, like even you can do this, where you can sit there and like appreciate yourself, like as you do these grounding techniques, as you take yourself out to nature, as you clear your energy, whatever, like you can appreciate the fact that like, whoa, like I'm able to do this now because I'm so much more empowered, because I trust in myself now, or I believe in myself, or I know I'm like so much wiser now and I have the tools, or I'm more healed now, I'm more connected to my truth, or what, you know, like all these things. And like I'm like slaying out here, you know, like you can really appreciate that about yourself, and like appreciate that like you the being, your new life. Like I think a lot of times as people, human people, physical beings, a lot of times we rely so much on the external, and like we feel like the external has to change in order for us to feel like we're new people. You know, like we have to like change our bodies or our environment or whatever, you know, have certain material things in order to finally feel like, oh yeah, now I'm in a new reality. But no, the new reality starts with you shifting first, you internally. And when you can recognize, like, I am this new version of myself, I am already living my new reality, because I'm seeing life with different eyes. I'm showing up in life like a boss, like more of who I am, you know? And you can just really appreciate that and be excited about it and feel gratitude and feel abundant and all these good things. I feel like I'm being crazy right now, but this is the energy I'm channeling. Is like, you know? Yeah, it just makes such a difference. And so take time this week to intentionally recognize that you are the new you, that you're seeing life differently, that life feels differently to you, the future feels differently to you, the past feels differently to you. Yeah, you know, and that you're doing your thing. And just like continue to affirm the new you again and again this week, okay? I really hope that helped. Let me know if this message resonated with you today by giving this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from. Drop me a comment below in the comment section letting me know how this video spoke to you today, because I was really speaking to you. Let me tell you, I know you feel like I'm looking at you in your eyes right now, like I'm talking to you, okay? Even though I'm talking to a lot of people, but I feel like this is a personal message for a lot of people, and I'm just communicating it to the best of my ability. And so, yeah, you know, let me know how this spoke to you today in the comments, because, you know, it helps your girl here when you comment and you like and do the things. I'm just saying. I would appreciate it. And if you haven't yet subscribed to me, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button, change your settings to all so that you never miss out on a video from me, because, you know, I just pop up whenever. I still have more videos on crystals coming for you. We're just going to be recording them as necessary, but I still have videos on crystals for you. I did a video on amethyst, so if you want to check it out, if you haven't already, go up here. If you follow me on TikTok, I did a video a few days ago talking about 4 crystals that you didn't know you could use for prosperity, wealth, abundance. That's why y'all need to follow me on all the places. I mean, I know people don't want to join on all the social medias. Believe me, I am one of those people too, where I'm like, I can't be bothered, another social media thing or whatever. But after resisting TikTok for like 2 years, because I always resist everything. Like, it took me like 2 years to get on Facebook. It took me like 2 years to get on Instagram. I never want to get on these things, but I end up anyway getting on them eventually. TikTok is amazing, people. If you have not tried it out, like, it is bomb. It is where I get my information. It is where I get educated on things. I love TikTok now. And anyway, the point is, there's a video there on TikTok about crystals for abundance. Go check that out if you want. Links to my TikTok and Instagram are in the comments of this video. And if you have not yet signed up for your 2022 yearly energy reading, okay, this is the reading that I'm doing to let you know what to expect month by month for the following year, the upcoming year, 2022. So if you have not yet signed up for this, I would really love to have you, because it's going to be amazing. And this reading is going to help you so much as you go through the months next year. and things come up, you know, just like this guidance that I gave you just now about how to deal with these things, etc. Like every month always brings up some kind of energy to help us to continue to step into greater levels of our expansion, soul lessons, etc. But you know, we're human and we have ego, we have resistance, we have all these things, right? And so the guidance that I give in these readings is meant to support you in navigating those things month by month by month, so that you can move through them with so much more ease and grace, so that you can up level so much more gracefully and effortlessly, so that you can really take advantage of the crazy expansion that's going to happen in 2022, because 2022 is about really big changes, and it's about big manifestations finally coming to fruition and getting ourselves ready for that. And so anyway, point is that this 2022 yearly energy reading is meant to support you with that, so that you know what to anticipate, what to look out for, so that you're not caught off guard, you're not overwhelmed, and you can handle those things and keep moving forward with so much more ease and grace. And so that is what the 2022 yearly energy reading is about. We're going to be doing it in about 10 days. And yeah, this is going to help you tremendously. I did a video on it. I'll put it up here in the cards or something if you want more info on it. And it's a paid offer. Yes, it's a paid offer because I take a lot of time to channel these things and to do these things, lots of energy. But, it's going to serve you throughout the entire year and make such a big difference in how your year unfolds. And you're going to just really feel like guided and supported as you look back on all those things that, you're told what to look out for each month, month by month, when you look through them again and again. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm really excited about this. I hope that you join me if you feel called to do this, if it speaks to you, and I can't wait to support you if that's you. And I think that's it for today. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.